I am Judy Griffin, and today we're going to work on aromatherapy blends. This is a series that works through the 5 elements, and most of the ancient cultures, Oriental for sure, but even Native American, used the 5 elements to help balance their health and the personality of the person, because like in Ayurvedic medicine, they always worked on the personality of the person as much as they would work with symptoms. So the first one we're going to work on, the first element, is the wood element. And that energy deals with springtime and the push that takes a sprout to get up through the soil. So it's really strong energy. It starts at dawn and it runs at noon, because then we go into the fire element. So wood element deals with the liver and gallbladder meridian, and that expresses through the nervous system, and it does affect the liver and gallbladder also, but probably about 10% compared to the rest of the body. It deals with the expansive outreach and productivity of the personality. This is important because wood energy has to expand. The blend you want to do will encourage self-reflection and self-control, and that's what we'll work on in our blend. And the mindset we're going to change is to be, I let life flow through me with ease, and it's spontaneous and it's balanced by also using that strong energy, and then relax. You won't find that too much with a personality with a lot of wood energy, but we all have some wood energy. Some of us are very predominantly wood energy. So relaxing is difficult. The personality would go more into exhaustion and then, relaxing. But it's a unique and pioneering personality and energy. These people can be in any personality. The wood energy deals with being quick to anger, but also being oversensitive, being frustrated, and being accident prone. Those two seem to go together. Their symptoms would be chronic neck and shoulder pain or aches, and that, the gallbladder meridian is up in here in the head and shoulders. And we have a blend, a lotion called Relax the Shoulders, and it's specifically to help sedate the wood energy so it can expand and not just get pent up in the body, because that's where you'll see the anger and the frustration that comes in for a person. The symptoms are also being overworked, and with overwork you're going to get into depression and feeling overwhelmed. This deals with food sensitivity, digestive problems because of the liver and gallbladder, migraine, and pain in the back of the eyes. If you have any of those kind of symptoms, or anger, such like that, you're dealing with wood energy. Muscle spasticity is a big one. And some people will have heartburn or hypertension, again, because they have to get that relaxation and that flow going so they can be spontaneous, but then be able to relax. These personalities really want to avoid alcohol and lots of caffeine and any kind of recreational drugs. And this is a very volatile energy, and it's easy to imbalance. So we're going to make a blend that is going to help the wood energy be spontaneous but yet relaxed, and that's calm. It's not asleep. So today we're going to have some suggestions here, and I have a small bottle. I always work with small bottles because the more oxygen you have in here, the more you're going to use up your essential oils, and your blend is going to go flat or not be as fragrant. So I use small bottles and I use amber bottles because amber has shown to be the best one to save the essence and the scent, the aroma of the different essential oils. So we're going to start with our low note, or it's called a base note, and I've chosen two. One is vetiver, and we just opening it. It's very fragrant. It's very earthy, and you just need a tiny, tiny drop. We just got through with vetiver, making vetiver. It is a steam distilled rhizome, so we just use one tiny drop, and believe me, one is all you need. And this is very helpful to be mentally relaxing for the wood element or that personality. I like to use sometimes more than one low note, and so I chose black cumin. And black cumin is and this is the essential oil. It is not just the oil. There's two different things. You can use either one, but the essential oil has the properties of being anti-inflammatory. And anyone quick to anger, or any time in your life you're like that or frustrated, you create inflammation in the body. So this is going to calm them down. So we're going to put actually 3 drops of black cumin. And you know what? We're going to pause just 1 second because this is a very special table my son made for me, and I don't want to get essential oils on it. Essential oils they're alcohols, and they can make like a hole in a table. I've done it with lemongrass by accident before, so I sure don't want to do it with a special table. So we don't want any essential oils like that on there. Now we're going to go to the middle note. And the low note has to be done first, and the reason is because it's meant to hold down your blend and allow the blend to come out and expand and extend the scent. You don't want to smell 3 different things when you open it up, or just one. You want a blend. And the middle notes are your most important notes because that's your real statement in the blend. And for the middle note, we're going to use my favorite, rose. We're going to use some Rose Absolute. Notice I have a big bottle of that. And we're going to use I use 10 drops because I'm a rose person and it works for me. And rose is going to help reduce the stress that this person is feeling, or yourself. It helps you to be less judgmental and more in self-control and a more compassionate person then. So maybe you won't, get angry and yell at someone. It happens. The next one we're going to put in, and this is also a middle note. It is helichrysum. And I'm using helichrysum because it is such a good essence for the liver and especially the gallbladder. So I don't have a lot in here. So we're just going to use a few drops of helichrysum, 2 or 3. Sometimes an extra one falls out. That's okay. And for the calming effect, we're going to use a drop of chamomile. I don't always like to do that with rose. I'd rather use a tiny drop of patchouli because it really brings out the rose scent. But in this case, we're working on the wood part of the personality, and we need the calming effect of Roman chamomile. 1 drop is all we need, because it's very stout in its fragrance, and I don't want to overwhelm my rose because I really like that. And again, we're helping a smooth stream of energy with the personality. Okay, we're not trying to put them to sleep, and we're trying to get them to be spontaneous and productive. These are really productive people and very talented and unique in what they do, but we have to teach them and help them to be able to relax spontaneously too, okay? They need to get it, time to relax. It doesn't come naturally, believe me. So those are our middle notes, and that is the boldness and the most important part of our blend. And the rose, the helichrysum, and the Roman chamomile really work that liver and gallbladder for bringing out, the productivity, but compassion with it. And our high notes, which we smell the high notes like that. High note is to hit you right away, and you smell that, and then you get the rose and the helichrysum. And the helichrysum, I should mention, should be italicum. That is a particular variety, and it's very, very, very healing for the nervous system too. It's very inflammatory. So, because the wood element has a balancing effect from sour, the taste of sour, everybody's going to go eat a pickle, but lemon is what I think of, citrus. And so we're going to put citrus in our blends, bergamot, and we're going to use a good amount of your high notes, because they need to be smelled. So they're going to jump out as soon as you open your blend up. You're going to smell bergamot. Bergamot is excellent for the liver. It's good for repressed emotions. It's good for addicted people. It's good for releasing pent up emotions or frustrations. So we're going to use 10 drops of our bergamot. And we can, since it's sour, we can use lemon. I do not prefer to use lemongrass because it can flatten. It's not as bold as lemon peel. Or I was going to use that to balance the wood energy because it's sour. And it's also naturally detoxifying, which is good for the liver and gallbladder. And we can do that, but in this blend we'd use the same amount, 10 drops. In a blend, I like the lemon scent a lot because I'm very predominantly wood energy. Anyway, however, instead of having lemon, I would like my blend to be a little more floral scent. So I'm going to use a lemon-scented flower called Litzia cubeba, and it's called the Mayflower. You may have heard of it that way. Got 10 drops of that. So with Litzia, you'll get the same kind of balancing effect, but it's floral. It's going to smell better. Got the wrong. So if you smell your blend right now, you're still going to smell that vetiver very prevalent. And if you don't like vetiver, or you can just use black cumin essential oil because it's milder smelling and you won't smell it very long, but I tell you what, if you let this sit for a good 3 days, even 10 days, you'll see a very different blend coming out, and you can adjust your blend if you still feel like you smell the vetiver. You can put more rose and helichrysum in. You can put more of your high notes in, like your bergamot. Bergamot is essential in this blend because it is one of the most healing essential oils for the liver. And so I can adjust this if I don't like just the way it smells, or maybe I want more rose in there. Otherwise, you let it sit for 3 to 10 days. If you really want to keep it going, you can go as many as 30 days. Remember, essential oils are alive, and they will keep moving and blending. And since we don't have much room for them to blend in here, they're going to meld together very well. We don't have a big bottle that it could have a lot of oxygen and such in there. We really don't want that in the blend. Now, if you want to take the same blend and make a perfume from it, you can do that, but instead of having an oil base like I used jojoba oil here, because it just doesn't have any scent to me. But I could take that same proportion of drops, or if you want more or less of something, it's personal, you can do that. And you can fill up a small bottle. You would use that same amount, 2 of this, 10 of this. You keep going through the whole blend, through your high and low and middle notes, until you fill up this whole blend with only essential oils. When you do that, you have a perfume, and you can still adjust it, but you really need to get the best effect to let it blend for 30 days. 30 days, that sounds like a lot, but you will see a huge difference, and you'll be amazed at what your blend smells like. I want to mention that when you have citrus essential oils like lemon and bergamot, any of the citrus ones, you want to keep them refrigerated when you're not using them, because otherwise they will go flat. Lavender does that too. So that's my suggestions for wood energy. The next element we'll do is the fire element, because that starts at noontime when wood energy wands. And all of us have these elements in them, and we can make essential oil blends, and it's fun, and we can use them to balance the personality and create greater health at any time in our life. I want to thank you for coming and being my teachers. Please contact me, like and share, and subscribe if you will. I'm waiting for your questions. Bye-bye.